Alright, making another video on the CFMOTO shutting off. So after the last video I made, I thought I had figured it out by pushing the fuse down, but a couple of days ago the bike shut off on me again. So obviously the first thing I did was I checked the fuses, and they all were seated, so you know, that was kind of a bummer, because I was hoping that would have just been an easy fix. But ultimately, what I did was I replaced all the fuses in the fuse box, and that has actually helped with a couple things. So I put about 150 miles on it since replacing all these fuses, and the bike hasn't shut off. And on top of that, the bike used to bog out a little bit, so like when say you're cruising along and you have to stop at a stoplight, you pull the clutch in, you're not going to downshift, you're just pulling the clutch in to brake. The bike would drop below idle, which is like 800 RPMs, so it dropped to like 500 RPMs and like bog out for a minute, and then jump right back up to 800. So since replacing the fuses, it hasn't done that, so it's kind of fixed that. So we'll see if it doesn't shut off. But from what I understand, fuses aren't always good or bad. You can have what's called a partially blown fuse, or a fuse with a hairline crack. So right now my theory is there was a hairline crack in one of the fuses. So like whenever you're riding along and say the bike's vibrating from RPM or something, it's kind of breaking that connection, which would turn the bike off. So yeah, I replaced the fuses, made sure everything was tight down in here. Hopefully that solves it. It did fix the bogging problem, but hopefully it solves the shutting off problem. But if not, I'm gonna have to take this out and check the all the connections from the harness to the fuse box, because I feel like that's where the problem is. Because after pushing in the fuse, it didn't happen for 400 miles, which is the longest it's went without doing it. So I'm gonna keep my focus there. Yeah, if you're still having the issues and you checked your fuse box and there wasn't a fuse not seated, that doesn't mean it's not the fuse. Maybe there's just a batch of some just bad fuses that CFMOTO got. I would say replace all your fuses in the fuse box. It costs like $25, so it's not super expensive. And yeah, if yours is bogging a little bit when you pull the clutch in, going below 800 RPMs, the fuse seems to have fixed that for me. So yeah, I'm gonna keep making videos if it shuts off again. If not, if I get like 800-900 miles on it without it shutting off, I'm gonna consider it fixed. But yeah, I'll keep you posted.